Stories. Continue. Part 2.2. I remember I say somewhat distractedly that my mother once told me that when she studied at the federal school, they had only recently planted the enormous and long-lived trees that can still be admired there today. Imagine this, the students, especially the younger ones, managed to kill one of those trees within merely 2 years. They rotted it away by constantly urinating upon it. Mr. Callisto's situation is lamentable. I hope they send him to a psychiatrist. Such practices are unhealthy, so each man decides what he does with his own body. So long as it harms no one else, Caleb interrupts me. Naturally, I reply with certain sarcasm. We arrive at Mr. Faust's house. The place resembles a refrigerator. The entire house appears coated in frost. He tells us where we might find the abominable Dr. Caldwell, but the cabin where he supposedly resided had sunk into the earth, as though a landslide had swallowed it whole. I decided it would be wise to investigate farther uphill. The place is entirely covered in snow. The cold is severe. The forest is deeply unsettling. The kerosene lamps grow damp beneath the freezing dew offered by that exhausting and darkening afternoon. Suddenly, a dry bugle like that of a rabid wolf echoes violently above us. In the distance, we glimpse a gigantic mass of fur. It is an impossibly tall creature, monstrous in proportion. We can see it tearing something apart. Among our supplies, we trim silver-plated .357 Magnum revolvers. After all, one never knows what damage Then Abner tells us, I would swear that that thing is a loup-garou, a werewolf, gentlemen. I brought silver bullets. I suspected they would become necessary once I read the letters and the documents. I feel delighted. Our adventure has not been in vain. Meanwhile, Logan crosses himself repeatedly in a frenzy. He mutters prayers from different religions in Latin, French, and Italian. He is a bundle of nerves. Paranoia is evident within him. Yet we cannot abandon him. We continue onward. Upon reaching the site, the gigantic cloud footprints disappear deeper into the higher regions of the forest, leaving behind a trail of blood. There, still alive though grievously wounded, lies a beautiful wolf with blue eyes. Its dark fur, mixed with gray, regards us distrustfully. It howls in agony. It is dying. At such a horrifying sight, Abner groans deeply. Tears become visible in his hazel eyes. He approaches the animal and embraces it. Astonishingly, the creature licks his face and gazes at him tenderly, like a puppy lovingly looking upon its master. We are deeply moved. I too approach. The animal is remarkably noble. Then, suddenly, it exhales its final breath. A tremendous guttural shriek echoes once more akin to thunder striking the earth. The beast was still hungry. At last, we arrived at another cabin. Searching through the place, we discovered an old man within the darkness of a makeshift attic. Never Caldwell? I asked in bewilderment. Indeed, who seeks me? The old man asked suspiciously. He must be assured he was, let us see, 45. Carl remarks absent-mindedly. Then, you have learned the truth? But how? Ah, dear yourself. If only you have never crossed paths with Fenrir, you will still be here, without becoming one of those you hated. Poor soul. Explain to us, Mr. Capwell. What is this vortex? The vortex, my friends, it's an opening within time and space, an opportunity to travel, to witness other places in other eras, to exist simultaneously in different locations. I became ambitious. I discovered one of the seven that exist among us. I tell you truly, they are the gateways of which so many have spoken. They truly exist. I traveled often, using only thought itself. The vortex can be controlled solely with the mind. I plan to meet myself in another time and reveal this secret to my younger self so that he might avoid all my mistakes. But when I finally encountered myself, I became blinded. I awoke here. I once had a servant, but he died. My errant boy is a child who comes twice a week with his mother, a woman without a husband. She cleans this house for me. I imagine you have heard Fenrir, my son. I never fathered children, so I created Fenrir from a corpse and the genetics of a wolf combined with particles of rabies. He was forged into many from many genetic elements, a hybrid, a new race of being, a true Louison, as the countrymen of my friend Calvisto in Virginia called such pictures. Where are you gentlemen from? Virginia, in fact. Surely? And how is he? Do you know him? He was always a brilliant physicist. With great sorrow, we tell him what had happened. If you wish, he says with a weary voice, you may remain here. Fenrir shall never cross that door. Within these walls you're safe, but outside, very well. Carl answers on behalf of the four of us, and thus began that hunt. Shortly after midnight, the doctor rises in the darkness. Apparently, he wishes to use the bathroom. He stumbles in the shadows, and we rush to help him, only to discover that he has broken his neck. Something upon the hillside can be heard lamenting. It is Fenrir coming for us. Suddenly, we notice that the back door stands open. When Logan approaches to close it, something enormous lunges toward him. Without hesitation and without allowing the creature time to wound our friend, we gun it down with a hail of bullets. The three of us fire relentlessly. When the creature collapses atop Logan, we realize that it is the naked corpse of a woman. Apparently, the doctor had done something terrible to his housekeeper. We shut the door and spent the entire night searching through Capwell's books for clues, for any sign revealing Fenrir's lair. As we suspected, there exists a trail leading to a cave beside a stream where deer often come to drink. Roughly live roughly 5 kilometers away. We assumed the beast rests during the daylight hours, exhausted from its nocturnal labor. So we journeyed toward the cave. Upon entering, a pestilent odor of rotten flesh fills the atmosphere. There he lies in his daytime form, a tall man with long hair, naked upon the floor. His cat closes his eyes. It is him. Who could anyone sleep amidst such putrefaction? We fire upon him repeatedly. The monster has fallen. At last, it is time to return. We begin our journey homeward. carrying with us photographs and a complete archive of everything that transpired and of how that dreadful tale finally came to an end. We imagine what horrors might have unfolded had we failed to stop that wandering curse. Had, had Fenrir still roamed those mountains. The forensic authorities permit us to bring Cavwell back to the land that witnessed his birth. As for Fenrir, only his charred corpse is ever found. The coroner, who once observed the creature through binoculars from atop his home, kept the secret of this story I have now recounted to you. Thus ends our journey. I see Carol resting upon my shoulder like a child sleeping against his father. The sight softens my heart. He's a remarkable mentor and extraordinarily brave. At my side walks the calm and serene Abner Caleb and Logan, who still sweats from nervousness, yet continues to fulfill his duty honorably in his role as aviator.